3, 3, go. Okay. Oh,
Oh wait.
so who's gonna do the intro?
Okay. Welcome to Splat Cast.
That's the intro.
There you go.
Hello.
Hi.
All right. So, apologies if we're all super unprofessional about this because this is probably I'm pretty sure this is all of our first podcast, I believe, right?
Yeah.
hmm
Yep.
All right, good. So you might just hear a bunch of cringe, most likely, but that doesn't matter. We're being us, and that's how we are.
Yep.
All right. So I guess we can all start off by introducing ourselves, starting from the top of the list.
All right. Howdy, everyone. I'm Aerostar. The dark blue octoling with the black beret. Arc.
Okay.
Yes, I'm Agent Arc. I'm known as the Enlightened Woomy or Vimo, whichever one you want. I do animations for a while now, for over a year. Yeah.
Well, I'm Diego, also known as Diamocto on YouTube. I've been doing animation since 2020, and it's been pretty good. Not gonna lie. I'm a Pinkumi with some goggles. That's pretty much it.
All right, and I am Dracor or Drac, as you only want to call me that. I've been animating for at the same time Arc and Diego has as well, which is only one no coincidence. Also, I like to play a variety of games.
Me too.
I had to stop and think when I started animating. Oh God, at least since 2012, but I didn't get into Splatoon until at least 2018. And then so yeah, I've been doing this for a while.
All right, so none of us are veterans then. That's good to hear. None of us were started playing Splatoon 1, or yeah.
Well, I did, but not for too long.
I have Splatoon
Oh.
1 and 2.
I didn't
played
really
Splatoon.
finish story mode though.
I played Splatoon 1, then my cousin broke my Wii U, and then that was the end of that.
Oof.
Oof.
Well,
F for the
I mean,
Wii
I
U.
never owned a Wii U, so there's that.
Well, I didn't either. Well, I know I did, but it was for less than 2 days.
Oh, well, there's that.
No, that's kind of sad.
All right, so I guess the next thing we could talk about is how we all got into animating, or Splatoon specifically.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to think, because I originally got into SFM because a friend of mine was doing TF2 animations at the time, and then I got into Splatoon when a friend showed me a. At the time, he had less than 12 subscribers. A animator by the name of Octogoop, which I'm sure everyone knows him by now. And I figured, oh, that's a simple little style. And another friend of mine at the time who was didn't have a decent computer to run SFM asked if I would like to help just do a small animated series for him. So that's how Ask the Agents came about. Wasn't my idea; it was a friend of mine's idea. About halfway through making the first episode, he disappeared off the internet, and I just decided to keep going with it. So yeah.
Not gonna lie, that was interesting.
I know, like I didn't know you knew Octocoop like before he had like triple digit subscribers, man. Like that's crazy.
I think I was like his 75th subscriber or something like that. It was just because I loved the stop motion esque style. I've always been a huge fan of stop motion, growing up. So, and I figured, hey, that's a wonderful idea. Do stop motion in SFM. No one says you have to do fluid animations in SFM, especially since my computer can't handle it. I figured, oh, that's a great way to start, doing it and have some fun.
All right,
That's nice.
Well, that's Errol's story. Who wants to go next?
I could go next. All right.
Go ahead.
All right. So I've been watching Splatoon animators since I don't know 2018 or 2017, but like it's been a pretty long time since I've been watching Splatoon animations, and I've always wanted to do stuff like that because it seems so fun, like to do animations, do your own stories, etc., and all that. But I never actually got the chance to do it until 2020 when I got Gmod. When I got it, I was like, I don't know, I was all day, like 24/7, since it was vacations. I was 24/7 doing all kinds of stuff in Gmod, like making posters, trying to do events, etc. Because I was feeling nervous at first when I realized I could just do stop motion for now. I did my first animation, which got accepted by some people that I know, and and around December, if I'm not wrong, of 2020, I started doing normal animations, like not stop motion. I didn't do it, not stuff like that for now, but I continue it doing just sometimes. But yeah, I started over again like in 2021 because some of my content was kind of cringy and not well made. Because when I look it back, I was feeling not right about my content because since I was new at Gmod, I didn't use some stuff. But how I am now, I know more stuff about Gmod and I can do pretty much good animations again. So that's pretty much it. That's how I got in the Splatoon community and animating. How I am with more than 1K subscribers.
Nice, man.
No, how does it feel
Thanks.
to have 1K subscribers?
I'd say overwhelming.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right. So, Art, do you want to go next, or should I go next?
I guess I'll go next.
All right, go ahead.
All right.
Well, let's see. It was around September 2020 when I noticed these Splatoon animations, and I thought, I have the materials. I could do it. That's when I really got into Splatoon at that time. So it was really a combination of me just getting into Splatoon and then noticing people doing this stuff. And so that's when I started doing it. It wasn't that great at first, but over time, thanks to people supporting me and the criticism I've gained, I've been able to improve significantly over the last year. Had a lot of fun doing it. I made one full series so far from doing it. There's still much more coming. I am still animating part 2 of Dauntless Light right now, actually. It's still incomplete. But point is, I've been doing this for over a year. I've met many great people along the way. It's been fun. I'm
That's
even in a little
nice.
trio with my besties Nasho and Julian, also known
Oh
as
yeah.
Nasho64 and King Julian 27.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, okay. I was wondering.
Yeah.
And then that just leaves you.
All right. So, actually, I got introduced or I started doing Splatoon stuff around at the same time Arc did. But actually, that's a major coincidence. Okay. Anyways, I started playing Splatoon 2 back of I believe February of 2018 because I just got a bunch of money. I just bought the game, so and I started playing it for a little bit, and I enjoyed playing the game. I just enjoyed. I started making the ink brush, started running around with it, like having a seizure. And then half a year later, I discovered Splat Source animations of Gmon and Source Filmmaker. I was like, oh, that looks cool. And like the thing about it is that you can make your own character. Well, not really your own characters, but with different outfits and like your own story that you want to make up. And it just
Even
works
custom
because
hairstyles if you know how to do it.
yeah, even in custom hairstyles, yeah. All right.
As a,
Anyways, yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, little fun fact. Uh, I got I got curious once to see how many combinations out there, were out there for like the default, without getting into custom hairstyles. Um, and it's the chances of you finding an identical copy of yourself, um, in the game Splatoon 1 or Splatoon 2, it's something like 1 in like 47,000. It's
I
very, very
I
low.
I
That's
think
actually
something
more
like that.
common than I think.
Or
No
what is it?
Wait,
joke. Like,
Hold on,
that's a
actually,
lot more
sorry,
common than I thought.
sorry for
40.
interrupting.
40,000. I misread my
Like,
own notes.
Bro.
sorry for interrupting, and it's not like the thing, but that actually happened to me once. Like, I was playing like normally Splatoon 2 like every person does, and when I was playing a match, I realized someone with the same outfit as me, but as an inkling, like with the hair right to the left and all that. It was wearing the same outfit, but his skin color and his hair was different, and he was an inkling, of course. But I was like pretty much surprised, and I even took a picture of him with me aside, and I have it on my Switch, like over there.
I've never met a copy of myself yet.
I haven't either. I've
Me neither.
I've seen someone with a different colored trench. I got close. I have to link with the white trench coat, but close enough that I took a screenshot and I have it still saved on my Switch too.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, because I feel like the gear that I wear is not, except for the shirt. The only thing that's popular that I wear is the shirt. Otherwise, like I don't think anyone wears the twisty headband. So like I don't think I'm ever gonna find anyone with the same outfit as me.
Unless it's around Christmas time.
No, not
Hmm.
even Christmas time, because this is just like it's just the headband.
Weird. I thought that was a holiday item.
All right, and as I was saying, when I discovered that there is a whole new world with a unique Splatoon character, or not really unique, but like a lot of Splatoon characters with unique styles and dressings and all that. And it's like, oh, that looks interesting. I want to try it out myself. And there's my first animation, uh, which which I guess it was okay at the time. It's not really the best, but yeah, there you go. And that's how I got introduced to the Splatoon community.
Nice.
Nice.
Actually, that's something I think we should all do sometime. Let's go back and watch our very first animations and just have a heart attack about usually how bad they are.
I'm down. I'm down for that.
Eh.
Yeah.
Well, it could be cringe compilation like it's our first animations. Let's admit something. Like the first time we did something, when we watch it back, we kind of feel cringe about it. Kinda. Some that happened to me once, and it's pretty much a feeling that goes through your body and makes you want to kill yourself at the moment.
Yeah.
Eh,
I mean, I still go ahead, Aaron.
that's
Go ahead.
certainly reassuring.
Because let's all face it. Our first animations weren't probably animations. They were low quality slideshows with captions and sound effects.
Yeah.
Well, not exactly from mine, but
Yeah, not mine
Wait,
either. Yeah.
I said with the exception of Arc and
Yeah, because I mean, like, Arrow told me this earlier, but you said you can't really make animations because of your crappy computer.
well, no. The issue is that the computer I have it started out life as like a off the shelf HP. I've modified and I've come and now I know there's a certain point where you can no longer update hardware, and even if you have the newest and greatest, it's almost like having a handicapped. So if I wanted to, let's just say, make a fluid animation, I could, but the rendering would take like 10 hours and probably overheat something.
Oh,
Yeah.
to be honest, I didn't know that, but since I know now, all right.
Mm.
But speaking again about the first animation stuff, in my channel, I actually remaked my first animation that was back on 2020, which is eliminated now. But I made a remake and I made it with some of my animations, but I end up deleting them for several reasons, which are some of them are personal and some of them are just too lazy for me to speak about them again. But yeah, I don't feel kind of cringe about my animation since it's a remake now. But nah, it's just an animation that when I see it now, it's just a meh animation. It's something that I don't even care about it at the moment.
Yeah. Everyone starts somewhere. That's what I like to say.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep. We all started in our humble little homes, just being a Nintendo gamer and all that. Yeah. Because what did you
Yep,
guys
indeed.
start playing? Go ahead, Diego.
Yeah, like what you were saying, like when we started to play. I If you mean Splatoon exactly, well, I've played Splatoon 1 and 2. When Splatoon 1 came out in 2015, I didn't really knew about it. So just saying, I missed the first Splatfest that was ever put in the game. So when my mom bought me the game, I don't know if it was for my birthday or for another festivity that was there, but when I got Splatoon 1, I literally couldn't stop playing that game. I was so focused on getting high levels, getting new weapons, beating the story mode, etc. I was so damn busy with that game. I was like 24/7 playing the game. It was just so good. And when Splatoon 2 came out, I was excited for getting that game because with the so much fun I had with Splatoon 1, I could have it with Splatoon 2. And I was not wrong. Splatoon 2 has a lot of more stuff, but if we're honest, Splatoon 2 it's like a DLC for Splatoon 1. It just have new hairs, a new story mode, etc. It's just almost everything just poured in Splatoon 1. But
And then
yeah,
there's Octo expansion, which is so good it should be more or less considered its own standalone game.
yeah,
I'll
I
be honest,
know.
I had a crap ton with auto expansion.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I said,
I don't know.
how long did it take everyone to beat Octo expansion? Just taking
If-
giving yourself like a
3
modest
days.
guess. 3
3
days.
days, and I beat that before, and I did beat that before beating the main story. But I'm probably one of the only people to do this.
I beat
I
it in
actually
3
beat it first
days. So
day
yeah.
I got the expansion.
I'm
Wow.
probably one of the only people in the world to beat Octo expansion before beating the main story mode.
No,
I mean, like, I feel
no,
like that's happened.
that's what I ended up having to do as well. Because
Like, the thing is, like, Splatoon 2's story mode isn't not good, but that might be a good reason why. Because I honestly think Splatoon 2's story was not good.
It's kind of
Hopefully-
regular.
it's
Not
a
Like,
good,
hopefully
copy
but
they,
not
paste.
bad.
hopefully they fix it in Splatoon 3. So
Oh,
I'm
God,
Yeah.
there is no way they could make the Splatoon 1 story mode work in Splatoon 3, especially from what we've seen so far.
6 years later.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
Oh,
like,
right.
yeah, I had a blast with Auto. Like, I just like it was so I just beat it in one sitting. Like, because I didn't 100% complete it till obviously later because that might be too much. But yeah, like I just
How many levels did you skip? Did you beat that one day?
probably like 25% of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is something I don't like about myself. I'm 100% gamer. Like I have to beat a game within the 100% or I'm not satisfied with myself. I played through every single level of the Auto expansion and with every single weapon. I don't know why, but I did it and I felt satisfying because I'm just that type of gamer which needs to complete every single game at the 100% or it's not satisfied with himself.
That sounds like self-torture.
Actually, no.
Yeah, kind of.
Actually no. I've done the same thing, but just because I was bored and had nothing else to play at the time, which is weird
Oh,
because I
yeah.
had Smash Bros.
Actually, here's an interesting question for everyone. What was your very first video game that you remember playing?
New Super Mario Bros. On a DS.
I remember the first game I ever played in my life, which was Mario Kart DS, and yo, I have that game in my heart. That's the best game I have ever played in my life. That is on the DS, of course.
All right, what was your first?
I was gonna say Spyro: Year of the Dragon.
Oh, I see. You were
Yeah.
an initial Nintendo fan.
Well, no, it was over at this. This is how I was at a sleepover, and my friend he pulled. This is how. Keep in mind, I grew up in the middle of nowhere, farm country, so technology was and still is, the latest and greatest is still, about 3 or 4 years behind. So I go over to a friend's house for a sleepover, and he pulls out this weird looking device that's plugged into his TV. He's like, "Here, want to play?" I'm like, "Want to play what?" He says, "A video game." I'm like, "What's that?" He says, "Oh, never mind." Shoves the controller in my hand and says, "You'll learn as you go along."
So that's
Yeah,
how you
man,
got to play it.
And then once a gamer, always a gamer.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right, Ark, what was your first game?
Good
Or unless-
question. It might be New Super Mario Bros. Wii or Sonic Colors. I don't really remember. That was like
Gotta go fast.
8 years ago.
Whoa.
Oh, really? No, I played my first video game. I was like 4 years old.
I think I was like
I-
7 when I played Spyro.
I don't know if you believe me on this, but I started playing video games when I was like 2 years old. I grabbed the DS my mom gave me with Mario Kart DS, and I literally just sit on my bed and start playing. Like that. Like that's it. I grabbed the DS when I was 2 years old and just played. That's it.
I'd believe that. I
I mean, like
I
it's
saw
a sensation of just grabbing something in your hands and you literally just see it go. I think
Yeah.
that probably interested your 2-year-old mind at then.
Yeah.
I was at a hardware store yesterday, and I swear to God, I saw a 1-year-old playing Monkey Ball on an iPad.
Oh.
Oh wait, was the first game I played Clash of Clans?
Oh. Wolf.
I was like, oh wait,
Wolf.
I was like, wait a second, I forgot I played mobile games back then too.
I was when I was I'm someone who actually play mobile games a lot, which
Yeah, I play
one
mobile games as well. Like,
yeah
Only
on a
mobile game
console
I've
and
ever
mobile
played is
computer.
Tetris.
Tetris. Oh.
wow, that's interesting here. I'm playing Tetris on my Switch, like literally yesterday.
Now the song's stuck in my head. Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it made it worse from Tetris 99's theme as well. Like
Indeed.
Tetris 99 really like amplified like their music. Like it was just crazy. Like
Everything's pretty much Lamau. When you start being a gamer, you can't stop being a gamer. You can't.
You know.
You can't. So yeah. Here's a random question. What's your favorite video game that you can play with friends, like online, locally, or globally? Like, what's your favorite video game to play online or locally?
Oh, that's easy. That's Team Fortress. That's Team Fortress 2.
Oh, that's pretty much a cool game that you can play with friends.
no, I might be super generic about this, but Smash Bros.
Oh yeah, that's pretty much the game we all play with friends. Like, here's a game that I usually play with my cousins or my sisters and all that. But the game I usually play locally, it's Mario Party. Like every single
That's fun.
Mario, yeah, it's like some people say that Mario Party destroys friendship, and I could say yes at the same time
The
because
party game.
when I
What
usually
expect?
play, when I usually play, I really do the baddest things, like stole stars, like stole 2 or 3, and challenge one of my cousins or sisters and stole everything they have, and like they just scream at me, but I just in the inside I just feel like you did well, you did well. It's just
Yeah,
pretty funny.
I learned what a black eye was playing Mario Party at a friend's house.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
Well,
Unfortunately, it wasn't. But
I was not expecting that.
I don't even remember what game we were playing. But like I'm looking at the TV. All of a sudden I hear whap, scream. I look around and one of the other kids I can't remember the name of is on the ground holding his eye. Apparently the one kid who was hosting the birthday party, again can't remember the kid's name, took the controller and smashed it into his face.
What? That's
that's a rage quit.
And then we wake up the next morning, because again it was a sleepover, and he has a black eye, and we're all freaking out because no one here knows what a black eye is.
And then when you realize it was the controller,
Parents were not amused. I'll tell you that.
Oh.
Well, obviously, yeah. I mean, you guys were young back then. Yeah, that was.
When we're young, we do dumb stuff. Like every single thing that no one would do at this age, we do it when we're young. That's basically the thing.
I mean, as of
I do
now,
stupid stuff now.
Yeah,
kidding me?
exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, there's no way we no like even adults, like I'm pretty like, especially once you turn 21, that's another big thing.
Hell, I've seen people 3 times my age do stupid things that I know better not to do.
Yeah.
It's like a weird joke. Yeah.
Speaking of 3 times, you guys want to talk about Splatoon 3?
Yeah.
All right, so what do you guys want to start talking about first?
Good question.
I guess like Yeah, why not? Let's do Splatoon 3. What is it like? What are your guys' hopes for it? Like, because I personally, I would love to see some new weapons.
Yeah, the weapons are
Wow,
essential
really?
in the Splatoon game.
I mean, to be honest, all I'm expecting is the bow, and that's it.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
there's the bow, but I'd like to see something maybe a little, more skill based, maybe a skill based weapon.
Well, you got the
Oh.
brush.
Yeah, well,
I was a brushwing when I got
Yeah, man, I'm a
but when
brush main now, so like,
Me
when I
too.
got the NSAP, I said no, and I have the NSAP now, and it's some of my mains now. I'm a shooter main, so yeah.
I do dualies all the way, man. Dualies all the way.
yeah, I
Oh
was
yeah.
originally Dooley's main, but I switched to the brush because brush is funny. Too bad it's not very viable.
Mm.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
especially when they give it to you in Salmon Run.
Yeah.
Oh
I mean,
yeah.
like,
Slow.
actually, yeah, never mind. Okay,
If you,
like, thing is, I'm questioning how I said that because the thing is, I actually got to S plus rank in every single ranked mode with just the brush. It was like, oh my god, I'm so good at the game.
I use different weapons on every rank mode because I don't have any such skill with the same weapon in every single game mode. So I used to use different weapons, and at the moment, I think I have S rank in every single game mode.
yeah,
Yeah,
I,
like,
I switch back and forth between depending on what game I'm playing. I'm either Charger or Dualies.
Charger main. Oh good gosh.
To be honest, I don't.
Sniper here.
360 no scope.
Yeah, 360.
Wait, like that very.
Girardi. No wait, that's TF2.
360 no scope.
I mean, like I said, like I just run around with an ink brush having a freaking exorcism, so
I sometimes one shot
it it,
everyone.
it and it just works. Like, like, especially for turf war. For some reason, like ink brush is actually pretty alright in turf war.
Yeah, I can understand that because like you can you can turf turf like you can cover the whole map if you wanted to. Like you can run from one side to the map to the other like in half the 1 minute. That's basically a thing. That's what I did with brushes when I was a main of it.
Yeah,
This
it like another thing. It like I use the default brush, and like therefore it's the special charge of it is literally like every 30 seconds. So like I just spam it absolutely because in Splatoon 2, I heard like specials aren't really that good in Splatoon 2. Like they're just
Yeah.
mainly to fill up your ink tank,
Some
which
Splatoon
is
some specials of Splatoon 1 were better, like the Kraken, the Ink Strike, and
killer
the
whale.
Hail
Oh my
Whale.
goodness, the killer
Yeah, the
whale
Killer
was
Whale.
freaking like.
Yeah, that was
I think
broken as hell.
I,
But no,
I
we got
think
the stingray.
I think
Mm.
the missiles are decent though. Really, it's just more of like I think I mainly just use them to distract the enemy team.
Yo, did you know
Yeah, and
how
also
actually like missiles were terrible? Like there's at one point of time where the Tenta missiles were actually like really like one of the worst specials, right besides Splashdown.
yeah, I sometimes just use 10 missiles to cover other sides of the map because I just say that you're not going to kill an enemy if otherwise if he's having a seizure or his controller got disconnected because otherwise you don't get even a single kill with the 10 missiles.
Oh yeah, that's what yeah exactly like at the very least Splashdown like they could just do John Cena with the Splashdown, but like
Yeah,
there's really
the
nothing you
the
can do
thing
much
is
about.
you could super jump and use it at the same time, which makes it pretty much surprising if you like if you use this the usually the closing special that makes your the spot when you land while super jumping invisible, that could be like super unpredictable. Like you could do the splashdown with people not seeing where you're going to land. It's like bam, that's like surprise mother and all that, you know. Some it's just pretty random and unexpected.
Yeah,
I mean
sadly,
like no
no.
actually
Next to no one uses it though.
actually like no here's like actually like people are starting to it's actually more predictable than you think. I mean,
Yeah.
it's probably because I'm
I've
me.
no I've like almost never made any kills with it, with the ink missiles.
As
Yeah,
usually,
that's okay.
only people who get killed by ink missiles is anyone who's like level 5 or below. If you're
Yeah.
anyone who's like level 5 or below usually has enough common sense to avoid the X's appearing on the ground around them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you actually
that's
manage to
what I
catch
said.
someone off guard and maybe catch them in a corner. Maybe that will probably be another thing. Like, but
Yeah.
otherwise, you're probably never gonna get a kill with it.
Yeah, that's
Wow, I
like I
thought
said.
we were literally about to talk about Splatoon 3, but now we're complaining about Splatoon 2 specials.
Exactly.
Yeah. When our when Ever said about weapons, we just started talking about our mains, then the specials, and then what are bad about them. That's where we end up going.
All right, here's something. What's the stupidest thing you've ever seen playing Turf War?
That's a good question. I've done a lot of bad dumb stuff on Turf War. It's kind of hard for me to decide.
And another thing, stupid stuff works in Turf War. Like, like it works pretty well to do stupid stuff in Turf War.
Yeah.
Especially the fact that you can easily make a comeback in like 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Like if you get like too late, yeah, it's crazy how bad the comeback mechanic is for Splatoon.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think how to answer my own damn question. Probably the best thing I've ever seen, as far as stupid goes, is the Camp Triggerfish. A bunch of level 1s that couldn't figure out that water is bad, and they still ended up beating us.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, talk about being really bad at shooters.
Oh, brother, don't even get me started. I'm pretty sure half my team was AFK or doing the same thing.
Oh.
I mean, I can talk about that, and like I can literally relate with that in Valorant, because maybe I shouldn't talk about Valorant in the Splatoon like based Splat Cast, but
Like something I remember playing Turf War. I don't know if this counts, but it was Turf War and Splatfest, so I think it still counts. Like when I was playing the Mushroom versus Star Splatfest, like back on that, I was going for the 10 wins and all that. So I was having 9 wins. Like I was concentrated to don't lose. But when we got to the 10th win, we were going, and when the match ended, I thought we won, but we lost by 1%. Like, just we lost by this percent on the match, and I was like just frustrated about all of it, and I was wanted to throw the controller away. Then I tried again, like playing the going for the 10th win, and for the second time I had a 9 streak row of winning, but when I got to the 10th match, we lost again. I didn't want to play anymore. It was like I didn't want to play anymore. I was feeling so frustrated at the moment.
yeah, I know how it feels as a brush main. I definitely know how that feels.
Yeah.
That moment when my teammates decided to just spin around in the spawn because we were getting destroyed. That was fun.
AFK players are like
they weren't AFK. They were just all three. Like we were they were beating us, so my other three teammates just started to start spinning in the spawn point. I was like, "What? What are you doing?" So I had to fight them off myself, and we lost.
Actually, I guess there is like. By the way, to people who are listening, Aerostar just DC because his power went out, so there's that.
Oh.
So much for the first Splatcast, huh? Professional, huh?
Oof.
All right,
well,
so
things that happen.
A friend was playing on my account, and she obviously wanted to try out the charger. Now, this was just like some random Turf War. Like we have no idea what's gonna happen. Guess what? All four of them were using a charger. All four of them. Like so,
Wow.
no one can go like, and everyone wasn't using like they weren't using like the Squiffer or maybe the Bamboozler. Like so, they couldn't go aggressive. So like they were literally just trapped at their spawn. They couldn't do anything unless they actually hit their shots, which my friend could not because that was her first time playing it. But like she had a good time, even though she could not hit shots with a charger. Like I guess but I wasn't even playing, so I'm not even sure if that was considered like something that I could talk about. But there you go.
Like, to be honest, in my opinion, the people this is my opinion. Everyone could say the opposite thing, but in my opinion, the people who use charger in tough war are just to annoy you, that they just kill you over and over the whole match, and you don't even get to sort of like 5,000 points. You couldn't even do it because they would keep killing you all the match. That had happened to me, I don't know how many times. But I just think that the people who use charger, specifically in top war, are just to kill you all over the match. That's that's pretty much it, and
That's their
you
main
end up
purpose.
losing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the main purpose of charger. Like
just to annoy
I
you.
that's the reason why chargers are decent in Splatoon 2. Like because they're literally just meant to kill, and those who are really good with the charger can really dominate like the match. Like the thing is, I'm a brush main, so like it's literally a coin flip whether like if I have an advantage or if they have an advantage over me. So
Hmm.
Yeah. Specifically talking, I'm not like going to the other side of the coin. You said what was your dumbest moment, but now I'm gonna ask you what has been your best game moment in Splatoon 2, basically. What's your best gaming moment in Splatoon,
Hitting a
basically?
quadruple kill with a splashdown.
I have two best moments. Like, yeah, I was playing Rainmaker, like one of my favorite games. Not gonna lie, we were losing at the moment, but when I was using the Octashot, I don't know, Octashot replica, yeah, and I threw a bomb, and I killed three people. Like, I killed the three people on the opposite team, and then I killed the one who had the Rainmaker. And since I was toxic back then, I squid
you
back. It
squid
was
back.
necessary for me.
Mm.
Yeah, it was necessary for me. It was necessary. Sorry. And yeah,
All right.
my second best moment could be the one we were. It was climb blitz, and we were like we didn't haven't scored even once. We were 100 to 100. No one did a single point during the entire match. It was been like 6 minutes without anyone scoring. And then I said enough, and I was grabbing the clams and all that. And when I got 10, I was like literally sneaking to the opposite where you put the climb, basically. I don't know how it's called, but I was sneaking, and I even killed someone and put it the climb in the thing, and we won by 8. We won. Like, it was one of my
But
best moments in
it
terms of.
was literally all neutral basically. It was like the entire match was
Yeah,
neutral until that one play. Okay.
yeah, exactly, at that
Mhm.
one single point when I scored and we won.
Okay.
It
All
was
right.
been
So for
crazy.
okay, um,
What about you, Drac? What's your
yeah.
best
So
moment in
for my
Splatoon?
best moment, again like Agent Arc, but this time it was a 3K with a splashdown. But the thing is like one person I actually clipped the fourth person as well, but it didn't kill him because splashdown does an instant kill for those who are just barely out of range. But the thing is, like, I saw him and he was running away, and then my whole team we all just started rushing him down, and apparently we got him so low that I ended up crushing him with the ink brush. It was actually so freaking hilarious. That's the best insult. Just crush someone with an ink brush.
Nice. That's
Like,
very cool.
have
That's pretty cool. Not gonna lie.
like Ark, have you crushed someone with an ink brush before?
I haven't, but I
Yeah.
have prediction bombed somebody.
Oh,
The prediction bomb. Throws a
don't
bomb,
trust.
knows when I know when it was like, well, I forgot what
Epic
map
game
it's in, but I
moment.
threw the bomb. I kill a person. I knew he was coming through a certain point, so I threw the bomb and I got him again.
Man, dude, those
It was
That's
predictions,
awesome.
man,
awesome.
absolutely on point. Bro, you should crush someone with an ink brush. It's absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, I'll
Like it's
try and
so
do
fun.
that sometime.
Yeah, maybe we should coordinate a game before. Like we should probably do that one time.
Yeah.
We should probably, yeah, we could play sometime like in private battle and all that,
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
I mean, it
2v2 or
won't be as
something.
satisfying because like we know each other and all that. But like it would be funny if we do it to a random person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it would it would be like some funny moments in Splatoon 2. Basically, it would be cool.
All right, so we've talked about I've talked about my rank before. Like I've said, like I've managed to get to S plus rank for every single ranked mode with just the ink brush. But what about you guys? I think Diego, you
I
said you were S, right?
Yeah, I have S rank in, I think, in every single game mode too. Like, the highest rank I have is in Rainmaker, because the Octoshot replica, it's just the weapon that I know how to use right. Like the how do I throw the bombs? I sometimes even kill the person who wants to grab the Rainmaker before he even grabs it. Like I throw the bomb right at the spot where the Rainmaker's at, and when someone's about to grab it, the bomb explodes. Like I kill the person and they don't grab the Rainmaker. When some of my teammates grab it and then we score. That's basically it. And like yeah, I know how to use the inkjet. It's I have I have an eye that I can kill with that thing. Like I sometimes get 3 kills or 2, like in a single game. Like it's been, I just know how to use that special so well. And I even got a blind kill once. He was just hiding in the ink and all that, and I used in this blind shot, and I got him, and I was literally freaking out for a second. But then I grabbed my control again and keep playing.
Yeah, Splatoon's got some dynamic in it. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's like
can tell.
it's got its weapons. It's got its incredibly flashy, super like special moves and all that. It's got its team coordination. It's great.
Hmm.
Like the thing,
Yeah.
like like here's like Splatoon is actually a lot more popular than I thought. Like I think
Yeah.
it's for on a Switch right now. I think Splatoon 2 is like top 15. Is it top 20? I don't
Yeah,
know. But yeah, it's pretty. It all surprised like the thing because the thing is like the Splat source community that we're all in like not very popular at all.
Oof.
and it's yeah. I can say this Splatoon in general, it's a pretty good game. Like,
Yeah, it
but
is.
the community can be sometimes weird and all that. But
Yeah.
Yeah,
there's
like
that percent of people who are pretty much normal and do the stuff. They're friendly,
Hmm.
etc. Just like some of us.
yeah,
Yeah.
They're just
they
there to play.
represent.
They're just to play the game and do good animations and have a server, by the way, which
Yeah.
can be pretty entertaining for your fans and yourself.
Or they could be normal content creators like your profession like most like Octoboy like yeah you guys know Octoboy right
Yeah.
yeah
Yeah,
like definitely that kid
he's just a
yeah
Splatoon player. That's pretty much it.
yeah like content creators like him he's also another person that
It's pretty much a nice game and kind of weird community, but yeah, it's very much nice.
all right we're still waiting for Aerostar to get his power back but you know what's funny we
Yeah,
actually still have not talked about Splatoon 3 yet
yeah, but I
Mm.
could say something. At least in my opinion, Splatoon 3 could be the definitive Splatoon. Like it's the one who is going to have everything. Like have the good stuff, a new single player that's actually pretty much interesting and good, etc. And that it might have some new weapons. It has new specials that we saw on a trailer that we have. I don't know if it was a Nintendo Direct or when the on the Switch OLED model got announced. I don't know. I don't remember exactly. But when we saw the special, I saw a special that was pretty much nice. I think we're going to get some new specials maybe, and also we're going to get back some stages from Splatoon 1. I did saw one which it was some of my favorite stages back from Splatoon 1, and I kind of got hype about it because yeah, since I'm a Splatoon 1 gamer, I have like nostalgia about the Splatoon 1 stages coming back and all that. So I just hope that things like that could come back too, like some new specials coming back, like the Kraken, the Ink Strike, the Killer Whale, etc. It will be pretty much cool, like combine stuff that was pretty much loved by Splatoon players in Splatoon 1, Splatoon 2, combine them in the single game, which could be Splatoon 3, which would be the definitive Splatoon, like the one that could everyone could play together and just have fun without any kind of complaints. Just have balanced stuff to don't get angry in a single match. It would be nice.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
I have a feeling there's still gonna be balancing issues though
Yeah, that's pretty much something that happens in Nintendo games. They just don't
No,
fix it and just keep it like that.
every single online game has this. There's going to be
Yeah,
balancing
sometimes.
issues, and they're going to have to keep balancing it or fixing it. Yeah, and also like think of all the
Yeah,
special, like bring all the stuff from Splatoon 1, and Splatoon 2 together. Then you have Crab, literally just the Crab.
yeah. Yeah.
Honestly, I'm
Just
interested in what that special is going to do. Like I wonder what that
yeah.
special is going to do. Like Like I know it blocks off shots and it just shoots like a I think it's kind of like a slosher sort of thing. So there's that.
If we just saying, if we get the Kraken back, which was just exclusive for the Inkling, I wonder what it would look like for an Octoling, especially. Like I know
Oh yeah,
how it
I
looks on.
forgot.
I if they take the Kraken back, I would wonder how it would look on an Octoling, especially. It might look like a rival Octoling, right? Like it would look like the squid of a rival Octoling, but bigger, with the eyes being like the Kraken one. It would be. I think it would be kind of like that, or something like that. But it would be still cool, pretty much cool.
Wait, wait for then if there's a Kraken version of the Octoling, I don't think it would be called a Kraken anymore, would it?
Hmm.
Because
Ooh,
I don't
I'm
think
not
it
gonna lie,
like yeah
that
that's what like
that's a good
maybe
point.
just call it octopus.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Like it's like the Kraken and the octopus. Yeah, definitely. I mean that might actually be it. Who knows? Well,
Who knows?
that's if they
We'll see when
actually
Splatoon 3 gets here. We'll see
yeah
when
that's what like
Splatoon
if they
3 gets
even gonna
here.
add the Kraken. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I have the feeling the crab that crab special kind of replaced it.
Yeah.
Like I think was it the baller? Was it the
I
baller that
think
replaced the Kraken in Splatoon 2?
I think so. I think so.
Yeah, because I think every single Splatoon 2 special replaced something of Splatoon 1 special, like
Yeah.
uh
Like
the Tenta missiles,
the bubble was replaced with something way worse.
ink
Like
armor.
one shot and yeah,
Yeah,
the
ink
ink
armor.
cover,
Yeah,
like one shot and it breaks. Like it kind of turned worse. Like one shot and it breaks. Literally, you couldn't do if you get like a sniper shot, like one sniper shot, it breaks. Any type of shot breaks it in one single shot. That's basically it. It's
yeah,
pretty
but
much way worse.
all right, yeah, but the trade off though is that ink armor works on every teammate regardless of where they are. Like the thing, I think the bubbler, I think it only works if your teammates are actually close to you. But
Yeah,
the ink armor works in like if you're on the opposite side of the map, it'll still work for them.
yeah,
I guess that was supposed to be the trade
that's
off.
nice. Yeah, that's nice.
And then yeah, then the Tenta missiles replaced the what was it? The ink strike? Was it called ink strike?
Yeah, I think it
Yeah,
replaced the ink strike.
yeah. The Tenta missiles replaced the ink strike.
But
Um,
I could say the ink strike was way better because it was a missile that hit the floor and it covered like a whole area. Like, but now the 10 missiles, like we said before, like 10 minutes ago, it you barely get kills with the 10 missile. Just like I said, if the enemy has a seizure or his controller gets disconnected, you can get a kill. But otherwise, you barely don't get kills with the 10 missile. It's just used to cover to it's it's just used to cover turf, or like that's in my case. But most of the time you don't get kills with it.
yeah. And
Ooh.
then I think one last special that got replaced from Splatoon 1 to Splatoon 2 was the Killer Whale, which got replaced with Stingray. Actually,
Yeah,
Stingray is pretty good though.
yeah. You can see through the walls which enemy is hiding through the walls, and you can attack them like through the walls. Saying again, you can see what enemy is hiding, and then you can shoot through the walls too. That's pretty much a decent. That's at least in my opinion. That's a decent special, especially if you know how to use it good.
Yeah,
It could
I think
be,
the Stingray is actually like an okay replacement for the Killer Whale. Tenta missiles
yeah,
suck. The baller is all right. Like the thing about the baller is that you can actually break it. Like the
yeah,
ball, yeah. Like what I was trying to say is the baller replaced the Kraken. I honestly think baller is worse than the Kraken. I mean, like the thing about Kraken, I think you can knock back the Kraken if I'm correct. And for the ball, like the baller, you can just break it. So that's another thing. And then do you know where it placed the splashdown?
I don't know.
Like I don't think there's any Splatoon 1 special that the splashdown represented. Hmm, it's quite strange. By the way, to those who are currently listening to this podcast, that this recording is falling apart. Aero's power went out. Diego's going 8K for a bit. It's all right because we're unprofessional, so it's okay. I can just cut this out in the editing if I wanted to that you guys don't know about. And
Hmm.
actually, if you're wondering, There's a fifth member here, but he currently couldn't make it, so that's a little bit unfortunate as well. So yeah, it is what it is. All right, so we can technically cut the recording here if I wanted to. Like I can
Yeah.
stop it here. Yeah, bro, what a great first podcast. Like Aerostar had his power go out during the middle of the recording. Diego had to go AFK for personal reasons, which is all right.
Yeah.
Hey, so I guess it's time for the outro. Who wants to do the outro? I already mirror you. Actually, before we take the outro, I would like to thank you guys so much for agreeing to be a part of the Splatcast.
You're welcome.
Like, be honest, Ark. I was not expecting you to like be a part of this group, but you accepted, and honestly, like, I'm grateful. Like, same to same to you, Diego, and well, I can't see it to Arrow because his power went out.
Mm.
Yeah, and then hopefully we get Agent Octo here next time. Hopefully.
Yeah.
I mean, also, one last thing. I'm probably gonna be the only one complaining about this, or not like most likely mentioning about this because I'm the only, or not I wasn't supposed to like technically I'm the only Inkling OC in the group. Because to be
Well,
honest, I was
I do my
yeah
ink
like
zone is Ankling, but
yeah, but
the
you
twin
chose the
sis.
Octling, yeah.
I chose Ark's twin sister. Yeah.
Yeah. Ark chose Ark chose the twin sister, the Octo version, instead of their main Inkzona, but it's all right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I guess that's it.
All right.
Listeners, thank you guys so much for listening to us, and we hope you guys have a great day. And like and subscribe. They're typical YouTuber stuff, yeah.
Remember, reality is an illusion. The universe is a hologram. Buy gold. Bye.